Welcome to the best lands in the world of Kataria, where heroes try their best against the forces of evil, ranging from people to demons. Will they succeed, or will chance knock them down? Well, we will have to see as you all join in watching with the dragons to see if heroes are victorious or evil takes Kataria. Welcome to the world of Kataria. Hey everyone, Dragon Cowboy here, coming to you live from the Dragon's Den for another night in the world of Kataria. Starting off on a journey now with a character from Friday night. Though we are checking in on another character as well at certain points. But first and foremost, we are raising money this month for the American Cancer Society. We are up to $371. So definitely exclamation point ACS for that. Also, if you want to know some information about Night of the Necromancers. Now, I may not have all streamers that might be streaming it that night, but there you go. So definitely come check that out as well. Also, a few events going on next week with Drizzlewood on the 15th at 5 Central, and then on Saturday, Stroll in the Black at 12 noon Central Time start. That can go on for about 7 hours, so definitely come by, walk, pay your respects. This is when we pay our respects to people that has fallen in the battle against cancer. But we're spreading the word about cancer. We are fighting to destroy it. We're fighting like hell, as my good friend Cinema Nubis has said. As such, the 24th at 4:30 Central is the Witcher campaign for the charity. Be interesting how I cover it for cancer, so definitely come by, check that out as the Witchers. And the story might be told by someone different then. Who knows? Some things to come check out. So, of course, 31st, Night of the Necromancers, you want to check that out. But I'm not the only one here always. When it comes to D&D, I have some fine people, fine art peers that helps out with that. And we're going to start off with Aline, who is the main star. Though we do have another star, as we will check in with Bastille and Dermond tonight.
I'm Aline Retien here and on Twitch, Dranther Aline on YouTube. I play a variety of games. This month I'm not going to stream any due to it's an emotional month for me. But when I do get back to streaming, I will be getting back in with Control, Primal, and probably the Dark Anthology Man of Medan, due to the second installment of that series has came out already. Until then, you can watch all the other streamers like Beacon37 here.
All right. Well, thanks for the shout outs as always. I will be doing good old Fall Guys as the prime game for tomorrow. Season 2 has came out. Yay! And it's not having as many problems. That's good. So hopefully it can keep that way. There's also new DLC out, which I'm thinking about maybe getting. I mean, here's the nice thing, right? They have some like costumes and some kudos and stuff that you can get and whatever. But the battle pass, all the rewards are free. So kind of addicted, and I like looking at Fall Guys on Twitter. They're goofy, sometimes cringy, but they also support people that get certain numbers and stuff on Twitch, which I think is pretty awesome because they definitely don't have to do that. Um, yeah. If people, however, as I put on Twitter recently, thanks to Bjorn Haristi, he got me Phasmophobia. Dragon also has it. If people want to play that with me on Mondays, I definitely wouldn't mind. Dragon's around. Definitely will ask him if he'd like to join us and all that good stuff because we had a good old time. Even though maybe I'm not exactly a professional ghost hunter, I think that's more to dragons. I have a charm. Next. So Tuesday we'll be finishing up Eli's story and Crypt of the Necrodancer. Depending on how long that takes, I'm either going to continue with characters there or I'm going to do Noida, which I do have installed. Um, Lately, however, I've been having some computer issues, but I'm definitely going to look at them as I did update my computer and I'm just going to look at it says like it's out of memory and crap, so we'll work on that. Dark Souls on Fridays. We beat. Whoa! Stop stretching for 2 seconds. Cursed Rod of Greatwood and Crystal Sages with the level 1 character. That means I didn't level up at all, and I was able to beat him. And I beat him first try, so it's like, okay, well, I guess I should have done this challenge sooner, so whatever. It's good. So I'll try Deacons and then I'll try Abyss Watchers. We'll see how well it goes. I know one of them's probably going to kick my butt. I mean, I'm just being realistic, but it'll definitely be a nice challenge, and we'll definitely see how the stream performance goes. If it tanks, then I'm just going to be like, okay, remove it to the Discord. Whoever wants to watch me kill it, go ahead and do it. So that's what we did with Fort of the Boreal Valley, and I may just do that with my torch challenge and stuff. Because it's like, as I said, I will never hack that game. If you hack that game, you will most likely get found out. And if you do, then oh looky, you can't do multiplayer anymore. I love playing with you guys. I promise you, everything is always legit. It's just my computer as a potato. I'm staring at you. You don't behave. You're a bad computer. So yeah, hopefully we can fix that issue. But until then, we got this amazing time. I've got Sunkissed and some water to help hydrate. More water than Sunkissed, but I had animal crackers. I'm freaking excited for good old Dungeons and Dragons Sunday. So get some hypes in the chat. Dragon Cowboy 69, it is your time to shine, my guy.
Thank you for that. Definitely check out these wonderful streamers, and also any of the crew on Idiom the Night, Pinberg 67, Elusive Adams. Definitely check them out as well, as they're kind of great as well. But let's do a little backstory before we get into tonight. Starting with Sarkaria, back in her home where she grew up. As she had been growing up, it was in the Underdark. In fact, in a demonic village, actually. And one of the people that always looked after her was by the name of Farnox. So, always was that way. When she got old enough, she left her village. And her mother wanted her to search out for her father, though the only person she said might know where he would be a Azamar named Zelar. This is all important stuff to keep in mind as we go through. Then Sarkaria got into this group called the Blankets. It's a guild, criminal organization guild. And she definitely learned a lot of what she learned and knows how to do from them. Though some mishap, some maybe bad contract that maybe she shouldn't have taken. Who knows? Whattt Sarkaria does. But this is the reason why now she's worried about them coming after her. Why she does not fully sleep at night. Why she just rests with her eyes open for what she did then. But your flashback to her is very important as we return now. Right when a certain group teleported out with the steel. In fact, these tokens aren't needed anymore, so as they had teleported out, Sarkaria was left doing her message to Bastille in a tight telepathic ability. Though a cracked popcorn bucket got thrown at you, Sarkaria, as you remember. You took like a point of bludgeoning damage, I believe.
That's correct.
And it kind of fell to the ground. You didn't really catch it. As they have teleported out. There's Farnox. Again, looks at you. What are you doing here, Sarkaria? What? Are you with them or are you not? What is going on? I do need you to make a perception check. Okay. So, with that, you can go ahead and answer Farnox.
I would look at him and say, we were on a mission to free the Trask. And as soon as I saw my friend having to kill this one, I know that there was another way we could have saved it.
Alright. Yeah. Traveling with some people that's not been great for Lord Balsrath. I can tell you what happened later with me while I'm here. And as soon as that happens, make a dex save. Alright. Well, we both failed it, so 16 wasn't enough for this one. Uh, 41 points of damage. With your evasion, of course, you will only take half, being 20. And this is an arcane explosion damage that happens at your feet. the cracked popcorn bucket has just exploded with this massive explosion, but that's not all. Due to you did fail the deck save, popcorn has just literally just about buried you in a way here.
Seeing the popcorn burying me, I'm just going to look at Farnox and say, Helena always did love her popcorn.
This could have been better instead of... Honestly, I don't think they like you anymore. As you two start... I mean, this is popcorn, even though the whole hallway is filled. And it's kind of just mound off to the side over here. It's not producing any more popcorn, but it's literally filled this hallway, which you're having... This is popcorn. You're able to dig yourself out.
Well, I definitely dig myself out of it.
I mean, Farnox helps you out as well. As the other two demons, one has been burnt to hell. And the other one, not really been hurt much. Was able to be out of that firewall that Bastille had put up. As that firewall's down, as they come up, Farnox, what are we going to tell the Lord now about Taras since we lost the second one? As the first one's going to have to be put down because we can't get it recaught. At that point, Farnox just looks at both of them. I was just put in charge of trying to keep this one safe, though you all had already damaged it to a point that I was afraid we might lose it on its health alone. You two will be paying for that as I make my report to Lord Balsrath. So I consider running right now, as I will be going to see him, as it looks like we have a new member to down here. As he looks back to you, Sarkaria.
I would wave at the other two demons.
They just kind of look you up and down. If you will, Sarkaria, come with me. As he opens a portal in front of you.
So I would definitely go through it.
He will be right there close behind you as you go through. You're still in demonic planes. You can tell that, but you're actually in like a nicer part of it, you could say. A castle, per se. Right inside. I won't describe all the acts going on inside this castle. It's more fun-loving, we'll say. Though some torture could be seen as you're going through as well. Of certain people, but as you're making your way to a throne room. When the doors are open, as the two guards see Farnox and they kind of salute and just open the doors, you're going into a kind of like harem style demonesses and demons on each side as you walk in. And you will see Balsrath in the throne talking with a couple of other probably high-ranked demons from looks of things. And then, of course, Balsrouth would wave his hand.
Warnox, what are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to protect that second Taraz from being captured or killed. Why are you back so early?
Barnock steps up. First off, that Taraz was about tortured to death already when I got there. And the group that had caused the havoc with releasing the other one, though I feel it can still be captured, just they don't know how to do anything. I need competent people, not dumb ones. Both the other ones would laugh and kind of like be nodding towards Balsrouth. As Balsrouth, with his left hand as his right hand, is not a hand, but a gruesome battle axe embedded into like his bone of it, and kind of been wrapped up. As he's just kind of like having the fingers doing sort of like a tapping.
Then we'll punish those that were not competent, as I hear it. But who is this with you?
Arnox would look over to you, Sarkaria. This is Sarkaria. I watched her grow up in the village I was in before I was reclaimed into the fold. She was with them, no. She just, when she spotted me, decided to join us. And she wished to have speak with you, so he just holds his own hand out towards Balsrouth for you to go ahead.
I would bow to Balsrouth and say there should have been another way that the trust could have been saved and it didn't have to die the way it did. If the other Trask is still loose, I could try to help capture it for you again.
Um,
Interesting, but I think I need more than just you doing that. Lorenzo, take care of the mess.
this is the huge horn demon with no wings next to him. Almost like a minotaur in some aspects, but not fully. Of course, I should have been put in charge of how important that whole section was as your second in command, but I'll see to it that it gets captured. I'm not sure what this one will be used for, and Balsrouth just holds his hand up. Of course, you know more than I do, sir. I'll be on my way. As he does a salute, walks by both of you, though he eyes you very strangely.
I would give him a nervous smile.
Yeah, let's just say he's in the same size category as Balsrouth in size, being into the huge, almost gigantic proportions. Yes, he would leave the throne room.
What are your skill sets, though?
I would simply say that I'm a rogue and I'm good at a lot of different things.
A rogue encompasses so much. Is it just theory, or is it assassination style?
Well, I'm pretty sure I can do assassinations just as well as anything else.
Let's see.
As you look at him, as he's looking at you hard, another demon lord that's there, another maybe second in command, definitely one close to him. Lord, we still haven't talked about Shira's death. We've already lost control of her sister. She's trying to go after Grom Hellsash there on the Prime World. He just holds up the battle axe to him.
I know. That will be taken care of in time. I don't think we can get an assassin close enough to that one. I'm scared about this. No. If you're able to assassinate people, I do have some people I do need. I have learned recently that Jamon of the Gate World that was working for me is dead. There's been a Jamon going around with this group down here, as I understand it from the descriptions.
I would nod at that.
Is it possible for you to get close to killing him as he is not working for me?
So you wish him dead?
Yes.
Right at this point, Varnox steps up. My lord, as much as maybe sending her to assassinate him, they would be on the lookout, as she did betray him there. In fact, Benetrit's bastardly daughter, Helena, almost tried to kill us with a popcorn bucket. I do not think sending her after any of them would be wise at this moment. They would be on the lookout for her.
Is this true?
I'd nod and then I would hold up my cloak and saying, with this, I can look differently.
I don't trust in magical disguising at times. I believe in stealth more than anything. And obviously y'all been able to do a lot. I take it you're the one that helped him stealth around the most.
That would be yes.
At least we might not have to worry about the stealth with that script. We might have another different opportunity. So will you work for me and actually kill for me is the next question.
Well, since Farnox is here and he's working for you, I trust his loyalty, and I would love to work with him again.
Is this a deception in any aspect?
Yes.
Roll with advantage on a deception roll, please. All right. Balsrao looks at you for a moment, looking back to Parnox, back to you.
Very well. As he had already stated that he watched you grow up. Very well. I do have someone else that needs to die. In the undercover, as some people call it, the gay world. Part of the Black Gates, actually, since they're not in that world doing as I say, like in others. And the leader needs to be made an example of.
The leader?
The leader in that world, yes.
Oh, I will definitely do my best at doing as you wish.
When you get the job done, make sure to cut his head off and put on a pike in the guild hall of theirs, in the thieves' corridors, as I want that underside on my side and not anyone else's.
I would bow and say understood.
You do not have to rush off. You can learn a few more things for Farnox before you go on your mission. I have other disappointing news and things I have to get through today. This is not a good day, but maybe for you, at least it's a new day for you.
Motions for both of you to leave.
Well, I would follow Farnox.
Let's go.
As you get out of the room, Parnox is like, I'm sure you're hungry. Let me show you where our mess hall is and we can talk over a meal.
I'd smile at that and say, yes, I am actually hungry.
He leads you around and you go into it's like a mess hall though. Chains come from the ceiling that has collars around the serving ones here. As such as they can get dragged by it and all. It's not the most humane thing, but We're talking Balzras demons, of all things. Varnox takes you to a table kind of back in the corner. And he motions at one of the servants. 2 plates. And then sits down as that servant goes off, following the chain route. As he gets down, do a either perception or do a perception check first. Okay. He kind of sits down. What the hell are you doing here?
I'm wanting to help my friends, but you are also a family friend. I don't want anything bad to happen to you either.
I'm here. I'm gonna get revenge. Have you heard about your mother from home yet?
No, I haven't. What happened?
God. You heard how he talked about bringing me back into the fold. Let's just say it was not a smooth bring back in. Let's just say Lorenzo killed your mother.
Where is this demon?
Lorenzo walked by us, just so you know. He's the second in command of all Balzra stuff, and he is that powerful too. I've been trying to figure ways to kill him myself. It's one of the reasons why I'm here. They also are holding certain people that I'm trying to, in a way, help get out of here, if you get my drift.
Well, Varnox, how about this? If you help me get the intel that I'm needing to send to my friends, they'd be able to help us take them all out.
How do you think you can get a message out of here?
I'd hold my necklace up.
Definitely keep that hidden. And watch where you use it at.
I'd nod and say, of course.
He kind of quiets down and looks as a servant comes up with 2 plates. There's not going to be any humanoid food, but luckily for you, you have already had demonic foods and could handle it. Thanks to your infernal blood from the tiefling side. As it's set down in front of you. Doesn't smell as good as some of what Calfrium has done for you, or even Benetrance cooks. But it's edible.
I'd look at it and say, well, this brings back memories, looking at Varnox and then just tearing into the food.
Yes. What kind of intel are you wanting to try to get? I made myself very gracious to Balzra. That's why I'm trusted more. A lot of others from the village isn't. So you want to keep your distance from any of them. As they have enslaving collars on them.
Well, any intel dealing with their plans or where they're going to strike next would probably help my friends a lot.
How long do you plan on trying to stay here?
As long as is necessary.
So you're going to definitely do some of the things he's asking of you?
If there's no way that it can be faked.
Well, I don't know how you're going to fake an assassination because he wants that person's head on a pike, indeed.
I would look at my cloak and then look back to Fornox and say, what if we were to use the cloak on, like, say we kill an animal and change it to look like the guy that he wants assassinated?
Depends on how long that cloak can last and such. And as a DM, you might want to relook at that, as that might not work very well. Like I did, but that one's kind of a stretch for the cloak.
Yeah, I know how long, but he didn't technically say how long the head needed to stay visible.
Well, that's one of the problems with this plan, is you need to know what he looks like. We don't know exact leader's name. It's just the guild master of the Blackgates. We don't know who the guild master is.
We can always find out.
Yeah, that's... Since you said what you said, I take it you know your ways into the underground city of the thieves.
Yes, that's correct.
Decide whichever one you want to go to, because you'll have to be teleported to the world for it. I would definitely suggest there in Turok, as I know that one, for some reason, their entryways can't be destroyed because of type magic issues. I don't know. I don't know much about that side of the world.
Well, that's as good a place as any to get started.
You're definitely going to need to be careful. But I said that the day you left. At least you're still alive, so... I just do know that they do plan on taking on some... There's other problems. Demons. We got two other factions that he's having to worry about. One is Penetrant Ross. I don't have an opinion on him. The only thing I've heard is he doesn't really go for all the chaos. I don't get him. And then there's the one that, I hate to say it, I would rather have bounce right over him right now, after what I've seen.
Well, I can say this: Ben definitely likes the cold.
Now, I don't know if I would go for that, but not my style. Thing is, I need help getting certain people out of here. Do you think your friends could help with that?
Yes, if they don't try to kill me.
You say you can communicate with them, but I'm almost wondering if they know what you were doing exactly.
I only let one of them know.
Well, that's good at least. But if they can help me get certain people out, one of them you definitely gonna want them to get out of here. It's Azamar. Name's Alar. And remember the day your mom was wishing you bye to look for this one. I don't know about what exactly. But he's captured here.
I would look at him and say, Zalar's here?
Yeah. He's in the prison areas. He's definitely one they're not letting out of the cages at all.
He's the only one that has information about my father.
All the more reason to get him out then. That's why I need help. But I'd rather not be directly involved at the moment. You understand what I mean? If you can get word out, that can help me.
I understand.
I just hope that one at least told all the others what it was after they left, because it sure looked like that some of them hated you.
Yeah, that's probably because I didn't let them know my plan.
You always had a knack for that.
I shrug, look at him, and say, well, it's what I'm good at.
Oh, yeah. Something I should have never taught you about on the deceptions, huh?
I give him a sly smile and say, probably.
Yeah, so you can't get anything by me. I do know you're here to help. Yes, I know. That much I know for certain. I just suggest on this first one, don't try to fake it, if that possibility is. Let's just say, as I've always said with deceptions, always a good hard truth at the start helps down the line.
I understand, and some things can't be faked if you're trying to deceive others.
And Balzar's one of the ones very hard to deceive, but he can be done. And it looks like you learned very well from me.
Well, you're one of the best teachers I've had.
Yeah, I just wish the others would listen to me and let me just do the talking, but you know how some are strong-headed.
Yeah, I know.
Well, there is a specialty Pikey once used for this. It's to help preserve the head, I believe, in front of the Blackgate's Guild. I've never been down there, so I don't know where it's at exactly. Do you even know?
I might know where it's at.
You definitely had an interesting time since Village, then.
Well, I ran with some unruly people.
Always. Well then. If you're done eating a slop, I'm sorry, that's all I can call it. How about we go get you that pike that you'll need to use, and while you're on your way, if you can contact whoever, be my guest. I don't know if you need to do it openly or behind my stealth shield. I don't know if you know if I put that up or not.
Or should we wait until they contact me?
Are they going to contact you is the thing. If that one doesn't tell them, you see where I get at?
Well, I believe he would have at least told someone.
Well, if you wish to do it that way, that's fine. Just, I think I'm on a timetable. I don't know exactly what yet. I'll keep you in the know.
All right, so where would I go get this pike at?
I'll show you. As he would stand up from a half-eaten meal, and I mean, it wasn't the best tasting. It was edible, as I said. Nothing like you've been used to for the most part.
Yeah, I would have followed suit by standing up and wait on where he heads to go get the pike.
As he leads you out, you start going down another corridor. I would put this under survival. Roll a survival check to see if how well you're mentally mapping this place. It's kind of confusing at the moment for you, but given time, who knows? As he leads you, you see different demons and different talks going around. Perception check to find out how much you are hearing as you are trying to spy. Okay. As you're going, some of these are like foot soldiers. In other words, don't know how to keep their mouth shut. Talking about defense at Tarak. Sounds like, yeah, I've heard that this Grom's got both hammers now, and it's our spy inside there. Who knows? I don't know what to believe. Kind of hear some of this about Grom again, and about two hammers. Not exactly said what the hammers are. That's about all you're catching. You didn't catch any other juicy details at this time. It sounds like they're having to get prepared for a defense of Tarak.
I would look at Farnox and say, it seems like interesting talk goes on around here.
Yeah. Some don't know how to stay quiet about what they're told. Others are wanting to listen to all the gossip. Though, be funny if Bowser decided to try to pick up that hammer again. Kind of chuckles to him. Being very quiet.
I giggle a bit and say, or ask, is that what happened to his hand?
He nods. You finally, after finally coming to like a room, couple of guards posted. Yeah. But one of the guards kind of, what's going on, Farnox, and who's this? This is Sarkaria. Let's just say I know her quite well, as she was in the village I was at, where she grew up. Great student of mine, and she's definitely going to be of help for all of us. Why are you here? Go ahead.
I would smile to them and give them a bow.
All right. What are you here for? The Pike. She's going to handle the assassination of the Black Gate leader. No one's like, about time. She already been killed. Huh. That person's causing just havoc on everyone there, personally. If he's not going to even listen to Bowser and just do his own thing, he needs to just be put in the ground. Well, the heads to be displayed. Yeah, give me a moment. You know where it's at. And since she's got your confidence, we're not going to question it. You can have her go in with you. So you unlock this double barred door. It opens up, and he leads you inside for a moment. You see a bunch of different types of weapons. Even some that's unusual. Probably never been seen before. And such in here. As he goes over to where this glowing pike is at. You're welcome to do a perception to really see what all's in this room. It just does not want you to see anything tonight, huh?
It sure doesn't seem like that, seeing as that's the third one of the same exact number.
God. Yeah, but it's broken up, so can't really do much. So, with that, you kind of look around. I mean, you're seeing, it looks like conventional weapons, but obviously, who knows what could be wrong here? This is a demon's arsenal. There could be curses on these weapons for all you know. As he grabs a pike, kind of brings it over with a bag. A bag that very demonic looking as such, as he opens it up and just starts putting this pike in. And we're talking a pike that's about 10 foot long. And yet it's just going into the bag. Sort of like a Mary Poppins effect, meaning bag of holding. As he just puts it in here. That way you don't have to worry about carrying such a big thing around to be stealthy.
I would smile and say thanks for that.
So add a bag of holding to your Cheat. And if you already have one, you got 2 now.
Yeah, I already had one.
No, he didn't know. That's a kicker. He doesn't know what all you have on you, so that's the trade-off. And he leads you out of there. Those 2 guards locking the door behind us. You see it's about a triple locked bar system with an arcane seal as well. I am giving you that as you are a expert lockpick, or as close to it as there is probably right now, next to only a few others. He's like, you want to rest up before heading out for this mission, or?
Yes, I think that would be the best course of action.
Alright. And then leading you through the hallways, you can do another survival, see if you're getting any mental mapping going on yet. Alright. That's at least. You're starting to get a little bit of mental mapping, at least for sleeping area. You're getting that into your head on the mapping. Not as confusing maybe in this area. As he leads you to a room, you can use my room to sleep for a while. I don't need to. I'll be back in a few hours as I need to take care of some other things, and maybe I can give you your intel or something.
I nod and go into the room.
Alright. You enter a room. Plain demons, kind of sleep room. It does have a few accessories that, depending on your taste of things, could be nice or it could be bad. In there as well. Though nothing is chained up in there for pleasure or anything like that. You know Farnox is not the type to go into those kind of pleasures anyway, so. But there's a bed. Definitely a more comfortable bed than some, no. Probably not as good as Calfrium's. It's still at least a comfortable bed. At least this part's better than food.
I would definitely lay down to rest on the bed.
Alright. As you are resting, go ahead and do the long rest as you're going to do a long rest here. And while this is happening, why don't you take a quick break and, Dramon.
Hello.
Last we left off, Dramon and Bastille had gotten their things from Calfrium's, and Bastille teleports you again. When the teleportation ends, you're in a grand library, a beautiful library. Possibility Dramon's been here for sure type of library, though there's one teensy problem about this library for you.
Let's see. Want me to roll something for that problem, or?
Let's just say the books are about 6 times taller than you.
So I'm gonna look around, look at Bastille, and be like, I've had to deal with friends that are traitors that are in danger, but they're not really traitors, and then now I have to deal with these gigantic books. I mean, I just burn them or I dissolve them in acid.
Bastille turns and gives you a quick look, and it's like, do you want to anger your patron by doing that?
Obviously, I wouldn't do that, you silly goose.
He just starts laughing. I know, but this is the best place for research if you want to do research.
Oh, I thought you were treating me to some, like, oversized honeymoon or something. God. Anyways.
Well, depending on things, though, we will have to work on something first. Let's see if we can find the librarian quick. It could take us half a day.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time, that's for sure. Of course, I could start yelling like a banshee. Oh, wait, that probably wouldn't end up well either.
Well, yeah, let's just not do that, as you know, they like it quiet in this library as much as any other.
Mm-hmm.
So make a perception check just to see if maybe you can catch something here.
Alright. And, 20. Let's see. Come on. That's been having some data problems.
Yes.
I'll get a roll somehow, so at least I've been having data problems.
Yeah.
Let's see. Perception did not increase. Ignore the picture. I'm not changing it for just a small little thing. I'll change the color though. Okay.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, I'm not worried about any of that. Just
11.
so as you're looking around, definitely a lot of books. Some of the titles this is all in Draconic at least. Though not everything. A few of them are in a language you have no idea what it is. Others, it's Draconic. And it's like talking about the deep subject that Sylvan had you helping with in another lifetime is nothing compared to this. You're just not hearing wherever a librarian could be.
So I think it's going to take maybe even longer because I'm too distracted by gibberish. Gibberish here, gibberish there, and they're all big subjects and they hurt my brain.
But still looks at a couple of them. Oh, yes, it looks like we're in the theological astral plane theory section. And you're probably having problems reading the Galenkan language.
The who, what, when, where, why, how language?
It's the astral language, as I come to understand it, for all the deities and such to use. Only a few mortals have ever learned it. Lucky for me, I'm one of those lucky few.
Well, I guess I'll just have to keep you, and then when I want to go to all the places of the world, then you can translate the everything. How about that?
I can't translate everything. No, I wish I could.
I guess you'll have-
One person has me beat on that one. Though, we could always try resurrecting them. You know, depending on how long that would last. Knowing you and how easy it is to get on nerves.
I think one resurrection made her want to blow up an entire city and yell out, Jamon, how dare you suggest such a thing? So yeah, no, let's not try that.
Yes. Okay. We're definitely. Let me try this. And you just see Bastille start hitting a couple of the buttons on his goggles as the lenses start doing crazy things again. So it finally kind of stops as he's looking. Oh, great. We're going to have to go about 3 rows over. I see where they're at now. And he's looking right through a bookcase. Now, to give this an idea about how wide it is between the bookcases, if you were the size for reading these books, being a medium creature, it'd probably be about, we'll say 15 foot apart. But at your size, try about, stating more or less about 1,500 feet. Farther than most of your spells could travel.
That's a walk. Let's see. Do you know a giant spell? Do you know a well, I mean, I guess I could. When it's only 300 feet. Dimension door, you make me sad. I need a super dimension door.
He pulls his book out quick, opens it up, and starts thumbing through it for a bit. It seems like he's on the hunt for a certain spell to see if maybe that's the one, seeing if it's ready as well.
So I'm looking around, being like, "You're too big. All of you bow down to me." It's a very fun world I live in my head.
Finally, he's looking at, alright, I do have it ready. Kind of glad I do.
I think I might be more glad than you, but I don't need that kind of contest yet. Anyways.
Alright, you probably would not like being the one being turned. So I'll just do myself.
No, just do me already. I think we already proved you're the better one. Whatever. You
Oh,
already know I love you anyway, so you're a major help. I'll admit it. So
alright, well, I'll at least try to get something with intelligence so you don't lose your intelligence.
Good, I don't want to be some drooling troll or something.
I don't think I could have done a troll.
Oh, that's good then. Even though she probably work on that. For humiliation's sake.
This spell doesn't work quite that way. I'm just want to make sure the animal I'm thinking of. I think I could turn you into most any beast type. I'm just trying to think of what would be the best ideal one that you could be carrying. As I've been carrying you around through planes. Only fair, correct? What is your actual intelligence right now for Jamon?
12.
Okay.
Wisdom's 15 and Charisma's 16.
Yeah. Looks like. Yeah, we're going to go with that one so I don't have to keep looking through all the beasts. So he takes out a cocoon, kind of like, like a butterfly cap hair cocoon husk, and starts casting a spell on you, Dramon. And this will be an unusual coloration for a giant eagle.
What am I, a Beyblade spirit now?
Though you take on the characteristics of the giant eagle, but lucky for you, you understand common as an eagle. You just can't speak it.
So I guess when I turn into eagle, I try speaking, I'm like, ah! Oh. Just looking around awkwardly.
Okay. Just kind of fly up and fly around to where we can get to the librarian, as he would start working his way onto your back, trying not to pull any feathers or anything. Probably the first time there is a jet black eagle.
In the existence of existence. Alright, so flying around. What rolls do you want me to make?
Well, as such, as a giant eagle, you have all the stats, so you're able to do this, but can you actually fly? Do you know how to fly?
Where did you learn to fly?
So, let's see if you can get that down with the wing flap and all. And I'm going to consider this sort of like a survival check as an eagle. So, and with how you were, I'm sure you could have read the intricacies of this in the Mage's Guild or something. So we're going to give you proficiency. So it'll be a +6 to this roll for you.
And so my +2 doesn't stack. Okay. It's just +6.
+6, yeah. Giant Eagle's wisdom is a +2. And I'm adding a proficiency of +4 to it. So.
Alright. Yeet.
smoothest takeoff. You almost crashed down a couple of times. I picture this sort of like someone trying to take those big wings and just start trying to flap as they're running and just not working. It's what it looks like at first. But still, it's like, hey, you don't have to be running. Just use the wings and flap. And then finally, you get up into the air and start flying.
Well, it's in a GTA 5 right now. Boom! Wasted.
Yeah. Now, as you are in the air, he's like, okay, about third one, you should see her. So, you get all the way down to the end. Luckily for an eagle, 80-foot flying is a lot better than the slow ground speed you would have been moving at.
Duh.
So, as you finally get to like an end where you can turn and start flying down by the bookcases that are like buildings, make a perception check. And lucky for you, eagles have keen sight. You have advantage.
What's their plus?
As it is a wisdom,
Okay,
plus
so
4.
that's- Oh, plus 4. Okay. Well, okay. Does it stack onto my plus 2, or is it just plus 4?
No, it's plus 4. Skills, perception, plus 4.
Yeah, I heard 6 earlier, and I heard plus 4, and I'm like,
Yeah, difference. Oh, dang. 23. Jamon, this is probably the first time it's like you're seeing everything cleared, and you almost wish you could keep this eyesight when you go back to Jamon form.
Yeah, man, got to be Anthro Birdman.
So you definitely find a spotter, turn, going towards them. Now, realize this is like you're the ant and this is the human sort of thing. You see the dragon. How are you going to approach this white dragon, as it is a white one?
Well, I'll get like, I think what 50 sounds good, maybe. I don't know. I'll say like 50 or more, and just like slowly glide. Make sure Bastille didn't go yeets off of me. Just kind of go down, and then when I've landed on the ground, got my wings back and whatever. I'll just slowly walk up to the librarian.
So you're
I'm
gonna
not gonna
go
squawk
for
at her.
land. So you're gonna land on the floor. Okay.
Yep.
Let's do a dex roll plus 3 to see how well you land.
Where did you learn to land? 19.
Oh, even though the takeoff was rough, this was a smooth landing.
Sweet. I get my flying license.
Yeah. So you land. Concentration is broken, as this is a concentration spell that still has to do. He'll go ahead and break the concentration after he gets off of you, as you revert back into your mind form.
I could see a lot of things. I landed pretty well. Hmm.
Oh yes, I would admit. I mean, take off, but the thing is, definitely useful, isn't it?
How easy would it be for me to know Arakocra?
Broken. Here's the thing, and I am willing to do an intelligence roll right now for Jamon. As you were a giant eagle, you would have understood another language that you normally would not have known, and it is in your mind still. And it's called Orin, which is another aerial race style language.
Ah, here we go. Okay. Oh, intelligence roll. Oh boy. I'll be doing a couple of things here. It's gonna be interesting. Might turn to a Danganronpa thing here going here. It's kind of like this.
Oh my god!
Yeah!
Jamon knows Orin some crazy way, learning it from the eagle form.
Okay. Instead of thinking what I was thinking, well, actually, I'll speak in however I spell that. I'll get into my notes and I'll type it. But after I say this, I'll be like, it'd be kind of interesting to be some kind of like anthrope thing. Mm, kind of like a nice disguise, like a secret identity. Maybe sneak up on my groups and give them a hug as a bird, especially Veeth. Of course, then he might try to eat me. Oh, I should probably not do that. Mm. Mm.
And yeah, yeah. Let's don't entice the hunter to hunt you.
And then I realized, oh, I just spoke another language. Oh, what was that? What was that?
Yeah, and Bastille actually also spoke it. That was Orin. One of the aerial race languages. I didn't
How do you?
realize you took up the language. When did you actually take it up?
I think you're a little spell thingy. Let me learn stuff. Wow. How do you spell it?
I put it in the chat in Roll20.
Okay, so then you would say it's Auran. Let's see. Fluent in RN. And then I'll put in parentheses on my sheet. Thanks, Bastille.
So,
uh,
with that, as you're walking up,
with me holding Bastille's hand because I'm all happy and stuff.
Madam Librarian, he's raising his voice here just so get her attention. And she was kind of like, and finally looks out. Well, I see you're back again, Bastille. Which world, Bastille? The Gate World, as it's called. She just kind of freezes. Of course, I need to get permission from your patron then for you to be here again. So, never mind. Should be here in a moment. Who is this with you? Because she doesn't recognize Jermon, because Jermon still has the blue hair, if I'm correct. The light, icy blue hair.
Mhm. I'll look at the library and I'm like, well, I see. I take two different names today. I feel like German Babliole would be more appropriate. I'm not from his world, but we definitely love each other, don't we?
I see. You know what? I'll let you deal with your own patron, too. I'm just sentimental call for both of them. Just stay right here. And she kind of walks off. I don't think we'll have a problem. Though, I understand her huffiness has... Sometimes they don't want me here looking at stuff, but I really need to look at some stuff about the demonic plane and a couple of other things. Definitely if we're going to try to get Sarkaria out of that mess. Don't know why she did it, what she did.
I can't believe she did that. Hold on, let me go talk to my patron, because I don't even know if he knows about that yet. Oh, goody. Well, this will be interesting.
Before you
sweetheart.
can even contact your patron, he's on his way. She kind of mentioned he was on his way too.
Yeah, well, I'm getting into ready however be ready. I mean, I don't really know this place per se, so I'd have to roll on history and blah 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 blah, blah right? So,
Mhm.
and I would want where I would think Drudagon would even be at for me to talk to. So,
So, a few minutes, you hear the door of this place open. And trust me, this is a huge door. Easy for you two to hear at church size. And then you hear the footsteps of a couple more dragons. And Rudagon, along with a fire red dragon, walked right into the hallway you two are waiting at.
well, since basically said I was just gonna go meet him. I meet him and just kind of sit there, or not sit there, but kind of stand there in respect to him, trying to have a smile on my face, even though easily tell something's bugging me. So,
Dramon, why are you here and not with the others?
the phrase never split the party. Well, Sarkaria did that, and she's gonna be an undercover spy for Balsareth. You know how crappy I feel right now. That's the reaction number one to let you process.
Very well, that's understood. Why are you here not with the others?
Number two, I talked with Calfrium, and he said in agreement I wasn't really a big fan of it because obviously, I care about Veeth. Helena when she's not throwing popcorn buckets at people. Um, yeah, just to basically be here, and so I learned a new language, but want to try to figure out some things and maybe to help Sarkaria not get herself killed too. So you can also talk to Bastille more about this. So it's all in good. It's all in good favor. It's- He wanted me here. I wanted to keep him company. So we don't need him dead again necessarily. He was my problem that I caused. So
The other dragon. Yes. Very well. You're allowed to do the research, but still. I understand needing assistance with this as how dangerous it can be here. He'll look back to Dragon. Go ahead and let's just enlarge them to a size that can read these books and be on our way with the meeting that's going on right now, with everything going on. Dragon just looks again. You are lucky today, it seems. For whatever reason, if he's willing to allow Bastille to research it, must be very important. And he just waves his hand, and you start enlarging. You start it's like growing at not a fast rate, but you're just starting to enlarge, get bigger. As they walk, just don't take too long with the research as they both turn and walk away.
you see, if I was German, there was a really good song. It's like, except for it's not a lady. It's like, luck be a man tonight. But no, I wouldn't know that one. So I would just look at Bastille, be like, yeah, you're a good luck charm. Yep. Okay, Mr. Language Boy. I might know. What's it now? 4 languages. Yeah, 4 languages. You know a billion. So let's do this.
Yes, now that we are at a size that we can actually read the books, we need to get to the demonic plane section. As I need certain plans. I came up with the idea, even though we're going to try to extract Sarkaria, it may have to happen at the same time that, well, maybe an attack is happening on certain demon lord.
Oh God. Well, at least I have you here with me to die in a blaze of glory. But you're the terrace trainer. Yes, yes, I have full confidence in you, not myself. You though, yes, yes.
Yes, well, let's find that section so we can get certain books, see if we can find books on the castle that Basra be in, as it is the head lord castle and such. Maybe get a formulation of a plan to attack with.
Okay.
So
Go.
ahead and roll a perception check. So we're about to go to the demonic plane itself with someone. Yeah, just kind of doing a back and forth here.
I miss my eagle perception. I am really considering becoming Ara Coca Dragabornian.
Well, it seems like the dice likes that number for tonight.
They do.
Yeah, whenever I say perception, it's like a 6. I don't know. Did we have it cursed by something?
I blame the demons on the map. Yep.
Yeah, and saying on Elmer Fudd. Elmer Fudd's not around here, but I
Dang it,
will.
Elmer
And Elmer Fudd usually wants to hunt rabbit, but Sarkaria, after around 8 hours, I mean, you don't sleep. You're just resting in the bed, just kind of looking, not really having to hide the fact of sleeping. You finally get up. And no, I didn't miss it. It was just in the middle of RP. Didn't want to interrupt that. You finally are able to get up. Do you wish to look around in this room, or are you going to just leave everything alone?
I'm going to just leave everything alone.
Okay. After a moment, the door actually cracks open, and you hear Farnox. Well, are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
You open on the door. Follow me to the portal room, to Tarok.
I will follow him.
As you're following, do another survival check. See how your learning paths here. You're trying. It's like this. There's taking a mental, mapping though. Getting it. You're getting it somewhat. Not the best mental. It'll definitely take a few more walkthroughs as where you're going. On your way. Sarkaria. This is Calphion here. You hear like a tenseness in his voice. It's not really wanting to do this, but
I would reply back to him telepathically, saying, "Hi, Calfrium. I take it you're mad at me."
oh, a lot of us are in a sense. There's a nice crater in my courtyard right now, even.
I'm sorry about that.
Though, as I understand it from a letter that Bastille wrote for Savant. Also, it's like, and you hear Savanka's voice. What the hell do you think you're doing? Do you know how dangerous it is to be undercover there?
Hi, my love, and yes, but I have a old family friend here who is willing to help get intel for you guys.
Well, how are we going to extract you out of there is my next question.
You're not. We need to get the prisoners free from here before we do anything about me.
You hear, Calvin. What's important about some of these prisoners?
The Azamar Zalar is here. He's the only one that knows information about my father.
Oh, I see, I see. Very well, very well. We'll have to work out something. I take it we're going to have to be doing some sort of crazy teleport system or something to do this, is what I'm feeling.
Probably. But I also found out what happened to Balzrath's hand.
Oh?
He cannot handle Grom's hammer.
It is a holy object. Maybe that is the reasoning being.
That is a possibility. I'm going to try and find out as much intel as I can for you guys.
Alright. Very well. You hear Sabanka's like, you better be very careful.
I plan on being as careful as I possibly can.
Very well. When you have information about anything, I guess we're going to need to know, like, maybe corridor sectioning, that sort of thing. If there's prisoners to rescue, in a way that's good for us, at least more people willing to fight. In a grand battle, as it seems to be coming to that more and more in certain aspects that I'm learning.
I'll definitely give you as the intel as I come by it.
Very well. I'll contact you again unless you have something you can contact. Just not totally happy about this, but that's what we got to deal with now, it seems.
Well, look at it this way. Since I'm on the inside at the moment, I'd be a better way to get the intel that you guys are needing to take him down quicker.
Maybe we have to do a few things. I'm thinking about something. I'll definitely be in touch with you.
All right, and make sure you're all being careful as well.
Yeah. You hear Savanka say as the connection's kind of closed for the moment. As you come to where a portal room is, and he's like, well, there's the portal to Tarok, demon controlled territory. And he holds out this kind of like a medallion. It has a very strange design to it. Definitely what would be the symbol of Basra. This is your way in and out. You don't have to wear it. I kind of recommend you don't. He says under a hushed voice. Just keep it in pocket and show it when you need to.
I would take it with a nod and put it kind of like in the belt area.
Basically like a belt pouch, probably. Maybe one of your money pouches that's empty type deal.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, you're able to walk through the portal, and well, you've kind of been in this area. I mean, even though maybe on the outside a bit, you see the where the Mages Guild used to be. I would say, though, maybe remnants of it is still there. And where you're coming out at, you actually have been here. Because you see what keeps this portal open. The orbs, candles, dagger, as such.
I'd take a mental note of this.
As you turn to walk, one of the demons that's there, obviously guarding. Where are you going? What are you up to?
I'm on a mission for our Lord. I would then pull out the medallion to show him, and then say, the mission, I'm not sure if I'm to let you know exactly what it is.
He sees a medallion. No, that's understood. You have the medallion to move freely. You can go ahead.
I'd give a slight bow and then proceed on out of the area.
So as you move out of the area, it's a cloud cover still over this, though. As you're looking, it seems like this cloud bank, and you could see it when you first had come to Alter Kadaria. It really covered a lot, but it seems to have been compacted down from stuff. Do a perception check as you're walking to leave these grounds as to where you've got to go to enter the underground of Thieves City, per se. Alright. As you're moving through, you're hearing this like, God dang it. Trey has been nothing but a pain, but now we got some group with a minotaur leading another charge to kill demons? What the hell? Where is some of these things coming from? Yeah, no. No one's like, yeah, Minotaur, I hear even fighting with them. I don't get this. You're hearing these kind of whispers as you're going through. Not quite sure, but here, Minotaur, kind of sounds like crazy talk at first to you, even though you know there's a Minotaur race and all, but it's like, this is a normal Minotaur, it sounds like.
To me, I'd just be thinking to myself, that seems like a strange combination of fighters.
Yeah. As you finally come to whichever, there's like about 3 different gates you can go through. You would choose probably the middle one to get to kind of like a central area of the city that you need to get to. With kind of a city, what would have been a city or part of Tarak, actually. As such, when you get there, this part of the city is still abandoned. It's still really under demon control, so as you look around, You're welcome to do another perception check if you wish. But probably going to do a stealth check for you to enter the underground. Hey, you feel like nothing's really watching you and such, so go ahead and make your stealth check.
Yeah, the perceptions is not very good tonight.
Yeah. Alright. So, as you have always known how this works, the thieves can't was developed in what's called the underground city. And this is basically it's underground, but it's like a city. A huge city that can be accessed from any major city in Kataria. As you have learned. Only though, the thing is when you're there's only one language spoken. And it's a language that only thieves and rogues can speak. Meaning thieves can't. So, as you go down to the end of this alleyway in this area of town, right when you get to the point you should, it shimmers for a moment and you're at one of the entryways to the underground city of thieves.
I just smile and continue forward.
As you move forward, I mean, as I said, this is a city of thieves, so people are on their guard, really making sure their money pouches aren't easily pickpocketed or anything like that, because there's all forms of this type of stuff. But also other enjoyments for them as you move through. And you kind of come to one of the sections that has a bunch of maybe shops, homes for some thieves, working men and women for bedroom pleasures, walking around, kind of like the roadway path. It's really there's no horses or carriages here. Sort of like almost like wells, but there's a major fire coming out from major lighting down here and such. What do you wish to do now as you're here?
I'll take note of the shops and probably as I go past see if anything would catch my eye to get for Slavonka.
Roll a perception check. Okay, I'll definitely have to figure that out quick. Since you said something for Savanka. One question, how are you dressed right now down here? As you know, you're entering the Thieves' City.
I would probably be in my white outfit. That not fully covering much of her body, but she'd also have a cloak close, kind of wrapped around her as well.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, is this kind of like the same outfit you would be wearing in battle, or would you be wearing something different? I'm just asking.
I would be wearing probably longer clothes for battle.
Okay. Do you use armor? And so, what type? Because as a thief, you would kind of know you might want your armor on. No, you could still be wearing this kind of outfit.
I have leather armor.
All right. So, we'll say that you have a white leather is possible with dyeing and such. And that's what like some of this outfit is. So some of the flowing pieces might just be cloth, but mainly leather. And this is more you're just out and going around, but still some protection for you. Of course.
If you've ever seen Xena the Warrior Princess, it would be kind of like an outfit like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, as you're moving through, of course, it's like people's always ready for a fight or something down here. You know this. You've been here several times. Definitely on your world. That's the way it always is. As for you definitely could spot a few things that would catch your eye. There's another like a leather armor shop there that has some questionable armors that maybe could work for Savanka, as she is got the demonic wings and tail. Possibly even some weapons that could maybe catch on. Nothing really in a torture-ish thing, because you know how she likes to torture demons and Germans when there is one around to torture. So, I mean, depending on if you wanted to look at that, but
I would probably finish my mission before coming to the shops to actually shop.
okay. You're making a mental notice to maybe just thinking about Samanka, thinking of a few things to get her maybe sent to her.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. So, as you do this, with that kind of perception, I'm not going to have you rolling others. You're definitely looking around. You know your way around here. It's almost the same. Really, there's no change to it from your world. Though, maybe some things seem newer, more polished in your time. Maybe some fancier weapons, even in your time, as to where you come from in Kataria. But as you're moving through, you already seen a couple of people with the Blackgate symbol on the inside of their cloaks. Move through.
I would keep an eye on them.
All right. So you're gonna keep an eye on them, or you gonna try to just follow them type deal, or are you?
Yes, I'm going to keep an eye on them and follow them.
All right. So there is a few different ways to shadow them. You could do the stealth way to where you're trying to keep from being seen by them. There's a way where you're out in the open, acting like you're just looking at things, shopping, whatever. Or, yeah, we need to get some sort of secret mission music for this. And the last one I was thinking, kind of a. I mean, it's still a nonchalant, but you're more of a. You're half even looking at them. It's really, I mean, depending. How are you wishing to follow them?
Out in the open.
Out in the open, kind of like being deceptive, just looking at other things.
Yes.
Roll me a deception check. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're definitely not. Well, I rolled a 1. One of them metal dice had 1. The other one had 2. So, Sarkaria got lucky here. So, yeah, it's probably not the best. You haven't done something like this in quite a while. You're out of practice. But these two are they're probably green. No wonder it was so easy for you to catch on to the emblem and all, as they haven't even noticed you there. As you're getting back into your groove of doing stuff like this. As you're following. And as such, they're like, one of them let something slip about, what should we get the boss lady? I don't know. Want to get her something though.
When hearing that, I'd probably just continue following them, but more or less have a surprised look on my face.
Well, yes. As well, you have to consider, for you, this is about 150 years in the past in a way, as you are from the future in that aspect. So the people you know in the Black Gate isn't here. And with that, you will keep following them, and what else will you find out? We'll find out next week, as I'll start having all the proper maps for this to go on, along with the studies of German and Bastille, maybe along in there.
It's books are hard to read.
So, yes, Sarkaria is in deep undercover, and knowing that this first mission she really needs to follow through with. How will this change this Sarkaria world for maybe a future self of her on this world. Who knows? It's interesting conundrums starting to happen. With that, we are raising money for the American Cancer Society. Please check them out. They're an awesome group. Because we want cancer destroyed. We don't want people suffering still from cancer. We are still, from the looks of things, at 371. Hopefully, I feel like maybe after the events coming up this week, we'll be over 500, I'm hoping. I know at least over 400. I mean, Thursday night with the Rosewood event, and then Saturday with the Stroll in the Black. So, with that, I will see who's streaming. Depending on if I can get enough people, I might raid, I might not, depending on how many viewers I've got right now. That is one thing that does make a difference. So, thanks for coming. Keep on gaming, everyone, and I will see y'all here tomorrow night for the group finding out about the third demon of the main group, along with Helen in this world. It shouldn't be here. Definitely an interesting time tomorrow night. See y'all then.